How's it going, everyone? My name is Sinikle, and welcome back to yet another Umineko. So, I hope you have been all enjoying this so far. The journey has been quite amazing, actually. I'm really enjoying the story, and I've been seeing that all of you have been enjoying it as well, which I'm actually thankful for. So again, I like to thank you all for joining me this far, and I hope to see you all continue joining me in this journey for the future episodes. But if you have not watched the previous episodes, please go ahead and do so. The link to the playlist is down in the description. So let me go ahead and just shut up and continue. Right? Right. Load it in. So I'm pretty sure this is where things might start happening, like things bad. I don't know entirely, because again, I'm playing this all blind. I've never seen anything like this, so I don't know, but I got a feeling, and it's a good feeling, and I'm liking it. So let's begin. The strange letter that the witch had entrusted to Maria wiped all memories of dinner from our minds. Maria was repeatedly barraged with questions by Aunt Rosa and the other parents, and became increasingly ill-tempered when they refused to believe her. Oh, of course, with the ew, ew, ew. Okay. With the screeching. Ah! If we were kids... Sorry, what? If we kids tried to butt in, they'd probably ignore us. Our parents were all stirred up, firing back and forth about the gold and the distribution of the assets, and completely forgetting that we were even there. I'd already guessed they'd been talking like this in the shadows, but I hadn't thought they'd be so blunt. It gave all of us kids a considerable shock. My God! From what we could overhear, all the parents wanted more money as soon as possible. Greedy little fucks. Back and forth about grandfather's inheritance. Back and forth about the distribution of the gold if it was found. About advance payments in cash. It was so despicable, I could hardly bear to watch, even though one of them was my own father. It looked like Jessica felt the same way. We left our seats without being asked to and went to hang out somewhere else, well far away from our parents.
なるほどな。じいさまが飯の席にも顔を出したくない理由がよーくわかったよ。
Yeah.
うちの親たちにはすっかり幻滅だぜ。金だの遺産だの。よくもまああそこまで大っぴらに。
俺の場合はクソ親父に幻滅しきってるからよ。これ以上評価の下がりようがないぜ。
そんなの私だって同じだぜ。しかし今夜のには呆れたぜ。心底呆れたぜ。
Jessica looked down at the floor, irritated. She was always talking about how bad her parents were, but maybe she hadn't really felt that way deep inside. The depths of Jessica's shock made that clear.
未成年の君たちはご両親に養育してもらってるからわからないだろうけど、お金を得るというのは単純な綺麗事じゃないよ。
I mean, yeah, it's true.
未成年である今にそれを理解しろとは言わない。
Money rules everything. You need money for basically, I just said it, everything. So of course, humans are greedy by currency such as money. Because with money, you basically have power.
でも、ご両親なりに何かの努力をしていることだけは認めてあげてほしいな。
Dude, you got to admit they're going about it the wrong way, though. They're greedy fucks going after their own father's inheritance, their money, his money.
やれやれ。
Think about it that way, and yes, you would agree they're fucking greedy little shits.
ジョージの兄貴は人間ができてるぜ。
Yes.
ジョージ兄さんは社会人になってバリバリ働いてるけどよ。金とか財産とかそういう話になったらうちの親父たちみたいに強欲むき出しのハゲタカになれるってのかよ。
Basically.
自分だけの話だったら、そんなことはしたくないよ。
Oh.
でも、家族や社員、部下やその家族の生活を背負ったら、戦わなければならない。
Sorry. I thought he was done. It's those fucking pauses. I hate them so much. Fuck. Anyway, if you didn't catch the rest of that, there you go. Alright. Pause and read, of course. And she says, I hate that kind of fight.
小さなの遺産がどうのこうのなんて話、ヘドが出るぜ。
Jessica pretended to spit violently. That harsh reaction made the depths of her pain very clear.
もう、この話はやめようぜ。じい様の隠し黄金がどうのこうの、財産だ遺産だって話は、親たちの問題で俺たちの問題じゃないさ。
僕も同感だよ。せめて気を利かせて、親たちの話し合いを邪魔しないのが子供の務めだと思うね。
なんだか面白くねえぜ。
Everyone knows the phrase adults are filthy. But we had now seen that for ourselves. And that really did give us a considerable shock. George Anaki was now pretty much an adult, and I'd already been disillusioned with my dad, so the shock wasn't that big for us. But Jessica seemed to be taking it hard. Apparently, she'd received a bigger blow than I thought. She always talks badly about her parents, but it looks like she hadn't changed at all on the inside. Even now, she's still a pure-hearted, delicate person who can't doubt others. I'm sure she respected her parents as much as anyone else does. And then her parents started raging about, going money, money, inheritance, inheritance, my money! Right in front of all the other parents and children. It's no surprise she received such a shock from hearing that.
ジェシカちゃん、どうかお父さんとお母さんのことを嫌いにならないで。理解しろとまでは言わないから、せめてどうか嫌いにならないであげて。
わかってるよ。少し放っておいてくれよ。
6 years ago, I would have kept taunting Jessica even after she got all dejected. Bleh. But I guess I really have grown over the past 6 years. I realized it'd be better to leave Jessica alone right now. Jessica suddenly looked away sulkingly and left the parlor. She probably wanted to be alone for a while. I could do nothing but wordlessly watch her back as she left.
そういえば、マリアちゃんはどこに行ったんだろう。
She's not here with us? Where the frick did she go?
多分、まだ肖像画の前でいじけてるんだろうぜ。
Oh yeah, probably. Maria truly looked up to witches. And she'd expected that coming in direct contact with Beatrice and receiving the letter as proof would surprise everyone and make them happy. However, the adults had doubted its authenticity, thoroughly and bombarding Maria with questions and refusing to accept her story. Even for me, it wasn't hard to imagine how much that must have hurt Maria. We couldn't speak to Maria or Jessica. In the end, George Anaki and I just abandoned ourselves to the sound of the falling rain and the dark night.
台風はどんな感じなんだろうね。ニュースをやってないかな。
Nice segue. George Anaki started walking over to the corner of the parlor where the television was. He hadn't called me over, so I really couldn't have cared less where the typhoon was on the sea now. So without going over to the television, I loitered around the window.
そんなに風は出てなさそうだけど、海の上はひどいのかしらね。天気予報では暴風警報も聞いてたんだけど。
キリエさんか。大人たちの積もる話はどんな感じなんすか？
She seemed to catch the sarcasm. Carrie-sen shrugged.
この胃の痛くなる話は徹夜で続くのかしら。嫌になるわ。
まあ、せいぜいよろしく。じいさまの財産分配について、ハゲタカごっこをお楽しみくださいってんだ。
Oh, damn, Bachelor. Oh, you're laying it on thick with them, huh?
最低の気分だぜ。
それに関しては同感よ。
Oh?
バトラ君みたいに席が外せるなら、私もそうしたいわ。でもそうもいかない。たとえ発言権がなくてもね。パートナーも大変よ。
Carrie-sen took a deep breath, smiling bitterly. That's right. They probably wouldn't let Carrie-sen speak, since she only married into the family. Still, as Dad's partner, she had no choice but to stay by his side and support him. She'd probably had to bear the full brunt of this mental pressure much more than me. I wasn't going to apologize, but realizing that I'd spoken too harshly, I cut the sarcasm for the time being.
どんな感じなんすか？相変わらず、謎の魔女ベアトリーチェの話題で持ちきりですか？
まあね。あの人たちは、おじいさまが亡くなった時の遺産分配について、兄弟4人で話をまとめようと、ずっと密約を重ねてきた。そこへ未知の5人目が現れて、話をややこしくしようっていうんだから、穏便な話のわけもないわ。互いを罵り合ったり、かと思えば共闘しようってことになったり。夏日姉さんでなくても頭痛がしてくるところよ。
On the one hand, they all want a larger portion than the other siblings, so they're all rivals. But on the other hand, they don't want 1 yen to be snatched up by anyone other than the siblings, so they're all also allies. I hadn't been told the details, but the siblings were apparently discussing how to protect their shares under various situations, setting up ceasefire agreements and rules to prevent anyone from getting an unfair advantage, even preparing to resort to legal action, if absolutely necessary. That they would go this far to preserve their shares was so beyond disgusting that you just had to acknowledge their resilience.
ってことは、さしずめ。ベアトリーチェはじいさまからの資格ってとこですかね。自分抜きで遺産の分配なんて話を勝手に進めてた息子たちに、一泡吹かせたかったんだろうぜ。
何者かしらね、ベアトリーチェって。自称してることが全て本当なら、今日まで誰にも知られずにいた謎の人物で、しかもおじいさまの隠し黄金の存在を知っていて、その上当主の指輪まで委ねられている。相当に信頼された人物ね。
さすがにほうきにまたがった魔女だとは思わないっすけど。でも、魔女と呼ぶに値する怪人物であることは間違いないっすね。
マリアちゃんがそのあたりのことを詳しく話してくれればいいのだけど、みんな小さい子にがっつきすぎだわ。すっかり怯えてしまって、聞けるものも聞けなくなってしまった。あの人たち、北風と太陽とか読んだことないのかしら。
確かなのは、マリアがベアトリーチェと名乗る人物から手紙を受け取ったこと。 自分で現れて直接話せばいいものを、手紙を託して今もどこかに身を潜めているっていう、シャイな怪人物ですけどね。
ねえ、バトラ君。ベアトリーチェなんて人物が本当にいると思う？
さあ、あくまでも偽名じゃないっすかね。じいさまの代理人として、その妄想の中の魔女の名を名乗ることを許された、とか。
そうじゃなくて。今このロッケン島には全部で18人いるの。19人目が存在すると思う？
Ho 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 ho. There are really a full 18 people on this island right now. Wondering about that, I began counting on my fingers, and it really did come out to that many.
19人目が存在すると思うって。どういう意味ですか？
Oh, come on. It's not that difficult to think about.
言葉通りの意味よ。
She means, is there like one hidden person amongst us, hiding in the shadows?
マリアちゃんに傘を貸した人物は私たち18人の中にはいないらしい。
Right.
なら19人目がいて、その人物がマリアちゃんに傘を貸したと思うのが妥当じゃない？
ま、そうなりますね。
ならその人物は今どこにいるの？
Good question.
少なくとも雨が降り出した瞬間には島にいた。そしてその後はどんどん天気は悪化して、とても船なんか出せない状態。となれば、その人物はまだ島の中にいて、どこかで雨宿りをしていなくてはならない。私たち誰の目にも触れずね。
確かに。俺たちは屋敷やゲストハウスの中を勝手にうろつき回ってましたが、誰も19人目なんかには会ってないわけですよね。でもまあ、これだけの広さのある島ですし、屋敷やゲストハウス以外に雨宿りできるところだってあるのかも。
And about this time, I began to realize what direction Kairi-san's suspicions were taking us in. Kairi-san was denying that a 19th person existed. Beatrice was one of us 18. In other words, she thought someone we knew well was tricking us.
ベアトリーチェが自称する通りなら、その人物は間違いなく最高の賓客よ。おじいさまが信頼する最高の腹心。そんな人物をおじいさまが歓待しないわけがない。お屋敷に迎え入れないわけはないのよ。でも、私たちは誰も見ていない。
待ってくださいよ。それはちょいと請求な推理じゃないですか？確かに、誰の目にも触れてはいないけれど、だからって19人目を否定することにはならないんじゃないですか？何かの理由があって、こっそり上陸してずっと隠れているのかも。悪魔の証明ってやつっすよ。いることを証明するのはたやすい。ベアトリーチェってやつが俺たちの前に現れて挨拶すりゃ解決する。でも19人目がいないことを証明するのは不可能っすよ。
バトラ君の推理の仕方は悪くないわ。現在の状況では19人目の存在を認めるにも否定するにも情報が足りない。でもね、チェス盤をひっくり返して考えると、ほぼ19人目はありえないって断言できちゃうのよ。
I like how they keep bringing up chessboards. Interesting. Spin the chessboard around was one of Kairi-san's favorite phrases. I've been influenced by those words and used them myself from time to time. When you get stuck trying to find a move in chess or shogi, then by spinning the board around and looking at everything from your opponent's standpoint, you can often see a strategy that will give you the upper hand. It means turning things around and putting yourself in your opponent's shoes.
いい？ 仮に19人目の人物
Very
と
good
して
analogy.
ベアトリーチェが実在したとして、
Hmm.
その人物は誰にも知られることなくこっそりとこの島に上陸し、ずっと隠れていた。何かの理由があってね。ならどうしてわざわざ姿を現してマリアちゃんに手紙を渡したの？
It really was a contradiction. If they had some reason for hiding themselves, then they should have stayed hidden the whole time. But even so, they had appeared openly in front of Maria.
それは、ほら、マリアも言ってた。メッセンジャーにされたって言ってたじゃないですか。マリアが一番年下で素直そうだったからじゃ。
メッセンジャーなんて必要なの？手紙を親族会議の席上に送りたかったら郵送すればいいだけの話よ。4人の兄弟全員に郵送すれば黙殺することもできない。手紙を持参してこっそり手渡す理由がないのよ。
確かに、なんだかおかしな話っすね。
Oh shit, that was fast. Did you see that? The fuck?
そもそもベアトリーチェが存在していて、その存在をアピールしたいならみんなの前に堂々と姿を現せばいいだけの話。なのに現れず、マリアちゃんという小さな子を通しておぼろげな輪郭だけでその存在を主張しようとする曖昧さ。
Why does it seem that Maria is gonna be like a huge part of this whole thing? I don't like this. I don't like it at all. No! No!
矛盾。
God damn it, why? Please don't let it be true.
もっと考えて。
Ah, fuck.
マリアちゃんの前に姿を現し、19人目の存在を印象づけるという点と、にもか今この瞬間
God
も
damn it!
私たちの前に姿を現さず隠れ続けている点。これらの矛盾。これを念頭に置いた上でチェス盤をひっくり返すの。つまり19人目の人物としてベアトリーチェがいると印象づけたい人物の目論見は何かよ。
姿を隠したい人物ならその存在をアピールするわけがない。そして姿を現したい人物なら手紙を託すなんて遠回しをするわけがない。ってことは
簡単よ。ベアトリーチェは18人の中にいるのよ。だからこそ18人以外の人物が存在するような幻想を作り出しているのよ。
Yeah, but then why didn't Maria actually say it's one of the 18 people? And why does she keep saying it's Beatrice and not the actual person's name? That's something to figure out.
これ見よがしな19人目のアピール。
And don't you even fucking dare try to bring up fucking hypnotism and shit. I will not accept that.
それで得をするのは姿を潜めた19人目じゃない。すでにいる18人の方なのよ。もちろんこの推理は穴だらけ。
Right.
いくつかの前提がひっくり返るだけですぐに崩れる脆いものだけど、私はほぼ間違いないと見てるわ。
This is starting to feel pretty creepy. Someone lent Maria the umbrella and handed her the letter. Supposedly, none of the 18 did this. And yet, Beatrice was hidden among those 18. What was this person planning? Hiding their true form and pretending to be Beatrice.
マリアちゃんの自作自演も疑ったんだけど、文章の内容が非常に手が込んでて、マリアちゃんが自前で用意したとは考えがたい。
Right.
でもマリアちゃんが何者かと共謀している可能性も否定できないわ。
おいおい、マリアは9歳のお子様だぜ。誰と何を共謀するってんだよ。しかも愚直で真面目で素直なあの性分だぜ。
ええ、 私もマリアちゃんの性分はよく理解しているわ。でも、だからこそあり得ると思うの。
Oh?
魔女に憧れ、その存在を盲信している夢見がちな少女。
Oh, so they're basically... Oh, okay, so that's what you're going with. Okay, okay. So you're saying whoever this Beatrice among the 18 are, they basically, you know, dressed up and tried to make themselves look like Beatrice as much as possible, walked up to Maria claiming to be Beatrice, gave her the umbrella and the letter, and you know the rest. And they knew they'd do this because she is so fascinated by the existence of witches. That's actually pretty smart.
そこに、ベアトリーチェと名乗る人物が現れて、魔女だと名乗ったら、彼女はそれを大喜びで鵜呑みにして信じるんじゃないかしら。
Right.
つまり、あの肖像画のごついドレスを着て変装すれば、マリアを騙すことは難しくないと。
Yes.
その論法になっちゃうと、私たち女性陣はみんな疑われちゃうことになるんだけどね。
Right, because Beatrice is supposed to be a woman. And I don't think a man can, you know... Well, they can, but... the height and proportions will be, like, way off. Especially when you have to voice out as a woman as well. You know.
とにかく、マリアちゃんが何者に出会ったのか。
Because they obviously spoke. So, it would definitely have to be a woman. Of course, they'd have to slightly alter their voice to not sound familiar.
それの詳細を聞くことが、この謎を解く一番にして最も身近な鍵なのよ。しかしその鍵は、少女の心の奥に、堅くなに閉ざされてしまったわ。みんなが頭ごなしに魔女の存在を否定し、一体その人物は誰なのかと問い詰めすぎた。マリアちゃんは当分、大人には心を開かないでしょうね。
Nah, but she might open up for us. Come on, the other fellow kids. Oh. Oh, the sound of the rain is actually strong here. What the fuck? In the dim hall, in front of the portrait of Beatrice, Maria was sobbing.
とくれた手紙も見せたのに、それでも信じてくれないの。
とにかく、鍵はマリアちゃんが握ってるわ。ベアトリーチェが18人の中にいるのか、19人目なのか、それを知る鍵をね。
マリアは頑固だぜ。あいつ、へそを曲げるとなかなか機嫌を直さないからな。
大人の私より、子供のバトラ君の方が機嫌を直せる確率は高そうよ。彼女の機嫌が直ったら聞いてみて。遺産分配がどうのこうのって話には関心ないけど、こんな王道洋館ミステリーみたいなシチュエーションにはワクワクしちゃわない？マリアちゃんに手紙を渡した人物は一体誰なのか。知的好奇心がうずくわ。
うんざりするような金の話に付き合わされても、ワクワクとは、実にタフなことだぜ。大人はすげえや。
I shrugged exasperatedly. But I did notice something. Carrie noticed how dejected I was after overhearing our parents' turbulent discussion, and was probably trying to clear the air. At the very least, I'd recovered enough to voice my complaints. She wasn't my real mother, so I've never felt like calling her mom. But it did make me think she's a real adult.
おうガキども、ここにいたのか。キリエも長え化粧直しじゃねえか。俺も次からは化粧をしてくることにするぜ。
ごめんなさい。女の化粧は長いのよ。どう？兄弟水入らずの話し合いは。
さぞや和気あいあいとしてるだろうよ。
Yeah, right. Kairi-sen poked the weak spot under my arm with her elbow. God damn it!
一度頭を冷やそうってことで小休止さ。こりゃ夜通しになりそうだぜ。泣けてくれ。
His way of talking hadn't changed, but he couldn't completely hide his fatigue. I couldn't say I was sympathetic, but he looked pitiful compared to his normal energetic self.
しかしひでえ雨だな。ゲストハウスに戻るのも嫌になるぜ。夏日姉さんが屋敷で泊まれるよう準備してくれたらしい。どうする
？3階になった時に考えてもいいんじゃない？部屋に戻る体力もなくなってたら、その時はお世話になりましょうよ。
そうだな。その時に考えりゃいいか。バトラーはどうする？俺がいちゃお邪魔だろうからよ。気使って向こうに戻るぜ。
Oh, okay.
そうか。すぐ戻るのか。さあな。一人で戻ったって寂しいしよ。子供全員で揃って帰ることにするぜ。そうだな。そうするといい。それで、バトラー。お前、今夜はそうは簡単には寝ないだろう。多分、いとこたちとおしゃべりしてるだろうからな。夜更かししそうな気配はあるぜ。それがどうかしたのかよ。そうか。もし、大人たちの会議が終わってお前がまだ起きてたら、ちょいと家族でしたい話があるんだ。なんだよ。柄にもねえな。
Apparently, Kairi-sen was thinking the same thing. What are you talking about? She asked him in a small voice. It looked like Kairi-sen didn't have a clue what Dad meant either.
キリエにも聞いてもらいたい話だ。
Okay.
後で話すから、今は聞くな。頼む。
I don't know anyone who neglects the concept of family as much as this old bastard. And now he's saying we're gonna have a talk as a family? Both Kairi-sen and I couldn't help but get wide-eyed.
そうビビった顔すんなよ。
Why not?
ビビりてえのは俺の方なんだ。何しろ。
At that point, he swallowed his words for an instant. Even though putting on airs of importance wasn't much like my dad.
気持ち悪いぜ、親父。今、家族は全員揃ってるじゃねえかよ。もったいぶらずに言えよ。俺は多分、今夜。
What?
殺されるだろうな。
Okay. Shut up! There was a huge crash of thunder. It must have been really close. Dad's expression, brightly illuminated by the lightning, was burned into my eyes. Dad's face, which always looked so sure of itself and which always wore a taunting expression, was strangely frail in a way I couldn't really explain. Explain. It was so worn out that he looked like a different person.
は？何言ってんだよ、柄でもね。
He's talking about the sacrifice thing. So wait, they're all taking it seriously? You... Oh, okay.
同感よ。どうしたの？急に弱気ね。
Huh.
あなたらしくもない。
俺も化粧直しに行ってくる。ついてくんなよ。
Dad turned away weakly. After that, only Kyrie and I were left, still wide-eyed.
なんだってんだ？今夜殺される？まさか、あの妙な手紙のせいで、親父ビビっちまったのか？
Well, apparently.
連続殺人者の映画の見過ぎだぜ。
Yeah. Carrison didn't answer my light-hearted words, and continued to stare at my dad's disappearing back.
バトラ君はルドルフさんに今話せと言ったら話さず立ち去った。みんなに話すことがあると言い出しながら答えなかった。どうして？チェス盤をひっくり返す。すると
話すと言っておきながら話せない矛盾。なんすかね。親父側から見ると何か見えてきますか？
ええ、見えるわよ。話したいことがある。でも自分から言い出す勇気がない。だから追ってきて俺に話しかけて聞き出してくれが正解ね。ついてくるなも逆の意味よ。ついてきて俺を問い詰めてくれが正解。まったく甘えん坊さんなんだから。
そういう推理でいいんすか？そんなんめちゃくちゃな。
名探偵や名刑事が男女の気持ちや心を推理できる？できないでしょ？
No.
異性の気持ちを探るのは何次元のトリックを暴くよりはるかに高度な技術なのよ。私に言わせれば名作推理小説より恋愛小説の方がよっぽど難解なミステリーなんだから。
はあ、そういうもんすかね。
私はあの甘えん坊さんと一緒にいるわ。普段は虚勢を張ってるけど、今夜はかなりの激論で疲れ切ってる。誰かに寄りかかりたい気持ちなんでしょうね。
Well, I guess that would be the wife's duty, so hop to it.
それに応えるのがパートナーの役目よ。
Oh, shit.
そりゃあお熱いことで。
Oh, very.
じゃあ、うちのクソ親父の世話をよろしく頼みますよ。
ええ、任せておいて。
I called out to Carrison's departing back.
え？何？
いや、ありがとよって。おかげで、陰鬱な気分がだいぶ晴れたぜ。
ならよかった。コミュニケーションは大事ね。
After answering with a wink, Carrison followed after Dad. Natsui could be found in a dimly lit hallway. Now and then the thunder would crash, but this had no effect on Natsui's expression. She looked completely worn out. The discussion that had just taken place between the relatives in the dining hall was repeating itself inside Natsui's mind. Beatrice had proclaimed that in addition to the gold, all the inheritance and property of the Ushiromiya family would be given to the person who could solve the riddle. In other words, she planned to undermine the absolute guarantee that Cross, as the oldest brother, had to succeed at the family head. Originally, the other siblings had absolutely no chance to inherit the headship. To them, the proposal by Beatrice was extremely desirable. It was obvious that they would accept it. There was no need to play some clumsy detective game. Natsui knew that this so-called 19th person, Beatrice, couldn't exist. Naturally, Beatrice was nothing more than a fictional character used to pass a message that Kinzo had written himself. As proof, Kinzo had remained stubbornly neutral as to that letter's authenticity. He was completely ignoring these reckless claims that he shouldn't be able to ignore, that he had given up the head's ring. In short, Kinzo had wordlessly admitted that the letter held his own message. Most likely, one of the servants had given Maria the letter. Kinzo had probably worked out an elaborate plan where the dress from the portrait would be prepared, and someone, probably Shannon, would be made to wear it and deliver the letter and the umbrella. By doing that, he could make it seem like the witch from the portrait actually existed. No, if anything, that alone was proof that Kinzo was behind all of this. In that case, it was the same as Kinzo trying to butt in on the siblings' private discussion. Then Kinzo, by announcing that he'd given everything to the person who solved the riddle, could weaken Cross's overwhelming advantage. Now it was certain. Kinzo had eavesdropped on the siblings' discussion in the parlor earlier that day, so he had known how Cross had staved off the attack by the other three. And to make the scales of the battle go back into balance, he had sent out this strange letter, which benefited Cross's rivals. He was trying to push this crazy theory so that Rosa, who had a weak position among the siblings because of her age, would join with Eva and Rudolph. Then, with the 3-to-1 advantage, they'd be able to overwhelm Cross yet again and make their ridiculous theories get accepted by force. And by doing that, he gave them the power to resettle what had once been a nearly decided conflict. They had now started repeatedly pressing Cross to pay them with a large amount of money, using the condition that all of the siblings would guarantee Cross's position as the successor. Talk about advance payments was being brought up again despite having been rejected once. Of course, even without the story about the hidden gold, the Ushiromiya family's store of wealth was vast. That store of wealth alone was more than enough, even if the hidden gold was buried forever along with Kinzo's death. Shit! My finger! How dare you! There would be more than enough to satisfy. There we go. Therefore, even if they weren't that interested in the gold itself, Kinzo had managed to instill the lifelong fear that, on the off chance that someone found the gold, that person would be granted the headship. And this kind of Achilles heel would definitely be taken advantage of by someone sooner or later. The only person with this fatal weakness was the successor, Cross. The other siblings had they had been told by Kinzo about something that only Cross could lose, and they had thoroughly taken advantage of that. Natsui, as Cross's only ally in his painful position, and as his wife, wanted to fight alongside him. She kept trying to explain to him that the existence of the gold itself was a farce, and that there was no need for him to compromise. Cross had always told Natsui. He had told all of the siblings. He always said that the hidden gold was nothing more than an illusion created by Kinzo. Therefore, Natsui had believed it as his wife, and had supported her husband on that foundation. Even so, Natsui's words didn't reach Cross. Even though Natsui had fought so hard and had lent all of her strength, he continued to fight by himself and was trying to compromise with the other 3 siblings. Natsui sadly and weakly wondered why she could not be of use to him, then started getting angry. It had happened when everyone decided to take a short break to cool their heads. Natsui had flared up against Cross. Enraged, she had asked why she could not be useful to him. He had then told her that he wanted to talk about something, and invited her into a room that she was normally not allowed to enter. That room had been sealed with a heavy-looking padlock, and just looking at it had given her an uncomfortable feeling.
他の3人の言うことも、ベアトリーチェを名乗る不審人物の言うことも、何も気にかけることはありません。黄金など所詮はお父様が生み出したまやかし。それを見つけられることなどあるわけがない。あなたが跡継ぎであることは盤石です。何を恐れることがあるのです。
Cross removed the padlock on the door. He then motioned for Natsui to enter.
入りたまえ。
何ですか？
見せたいものがある。君に初めて見せるものだ。
Natsui timidly opened the door with a dubious expression on her face. It was pitch black. She searched for a switch to turn on the lights, but since this was her first time in the room, she didn't know where it was. Cross entered behind her, pushing her in, and when he closed the door before turning on the lights, the 2 were swallowed up by the darkness. Only the sound of Cross locking the door ran throughout the dark.
これは何事ですか？明かりは？
今つける。待ちたまえ。
Just as he said, when Cross pushed a switch on the wall, a flickering light turned on and lit up the room.
それは？
Natsui had her breath taken away. The room had no windows, and at a glance it appeared to be empty. In the middle of the room a small round table had been set, and the lights brightened only that table, as if it were the leading part in a play. On top of the table, a red tablecloth of elaborate design had been set out, covered with dust. And on top of that, something about the size of a grown man's arm had been set down. That something took Natsui's breath away.
凄まじい純度を持つ黄金のインゴットだよ。
Just one, huh?
こいつがなければ誰も黄金伝説を信じはしなかった。
It was an ingot of solid gold. Ingot, sorry. Even if the faint light, it sparkled with a noble and dignified glint.
こいつはまともなインゴットじゃない。このインゴットを鋳造したのが国内なのか国外なのか、それすらも私にはわからないんだ。
It took a high level of skill to make the purest of solid gold ingots. And in order to verify that purity, it was standard to have the original foundry and the name of the bank that guaranteed it imprinted on the gold. However, this ingot... I keep wanting to say ignat, but... Jesus Christ. Ingot did not have that kind of seal. This mysterious gold bar had come from an unknown foundry.
ここを見たまえ。怯えることはない。こいつはただの金塊だ。
Natsui, following Cross's words, timidly approached the ingot. There we go.
そこだ。
Cross pointed out. I was about to say out. Oh my god, I stopped. Cross pointed at the surface of the ingot. Natsui concentrated on that section. The 9999, yeah. Right there was the thin imprint of the... Oh, okay, that. Well, that too, yeah. The imprint of the one-winged eagle crest. Natsui's breath was taken away once again.
そうだよ。これこそが、親父がベアトリーチェに与えられたといい、保証人のマルソーの会長に任意で一つを抜き取らせて持ち帰らせ。
Ah, okay. So this is like a showcase to prove that the gold actually exists. Okay, but why does he have a key to this room and... Okay, so he actually knew about this all along. And now that the siblings... God damn it, man.
財界のフィクサーたちを信用させたという伝説のインゴットなのだよ。方々に手を尽くして私が見つけた。他の兄弟たちより早くね。
Oh, okay.
そんな。じゃあ、お父様の黄金伝説は
実在する。後宮金蔵が授けられたベアトリーチェの黄金は実在するのだよ。
そんな。本当にあるなんて。
Natsui was shocked. Cross had always said that Kinzo's gold was just a fabrication, so she had believed it, as his wife. However, the reality was different. Since he held definite proof, he had been more certain than any of the other siblings that the legend of the gold was true. Because of this, Cross was deeply frightened at the possibility that someone other than himself would find the gold he'd failed to find, costing him everything. But to Natsui, this truth was more than enough to split open her heart. My God. She had thought that as Cross's wife, she should be his closest confidant, which was why she had selfishly supported him. And yet, he had hid this fact from her until today. Why?
そこまでに私はあなたの信頼に足りないというのですか？
Correct.
そういうつもりはない。
Ah, bull.
話す必要がなかっただけだ。
あなたにとっては妻はその程度のものなのですか？
落ち着きたまえ。劇場にすぐ駆られるのは君の悪い癖だ。
あなたがそうさせてるんじゃないですか？私は後宮家に嫁ぎ、今日まであなたの妻として仕えてきました。あなたのために生まれた家を捨て、身も心も捧げてお仕えしてきました。その報いがこれなんですか？そんなことって。
Cross grimaced, looking annoyed. His expression effectively communicated how much he disliked this part of Natsui, even if he didn't say it out loud.
私はもうあなたの力になれそうもありません。
Oh, but you're still a part of his pawn in his game. What the fuck?
それでいい。
Or not.
兄弟のトラブルを私が自分の力で解決する。
Oh, can you now?
君の力は借りんよ。
Damn. Practically saying that you are worthless to him. You're not even a pawn to him. Fuck. Holy shitbags, man. You are a mega asshole. What the hell?
違います。 これは後宮家のトラブルです。確かに私にはこの身に家紋を刻むことが許されていません。でもあなたの妻です。なのに私には力添えする資格もないのですか？あなた。
君を思えばこそあえて関わらせなかったのだ。これ以上は頭痛に障るだろう。君は今夜はこれで休みたまえ。兄弟の話は兄弟でつける。君は関係ない。それだけだ。
Damn. A dull headache tormented Natsui. No matter what medicine she took, no matter what scent she burned, it wouldn't heal. In fact, simply wandering alone through the dark corridors and listening to the sound of the rain seemed to be a better cure. I may be Natsui, but I was never Ushiromiya Natsui. I have been despised and treated as a borrowed womb, and insulted when I couldn't even fill that role. Wait, what? But you gave birth, didn't you? Wait, what? Hello? I mean, I'm not trying to say she is a borrowed womb, but, I mean, a borrowed womb consists of, you know, giving birth to... Okay, you know what? Forget about it. Even so, I had tried to properly perform my duties as a wife. But now, even my husband has rejected me. Okay, enough of the theatrics. I've done my best raising my daughter, as if it were the last job left of me. However, I've had no release of my anger and sadness, and they've caused me to subconsciously strain that relationship too. Because I've been excessively strict in Jessica's education, she dislikes me thoroughly. She despises me for having no interest in anything but grades. There is no longer anything I can do for the Ushiromiya family. No. That's no good. Despite it all, I must help my husband and beat back the schemes of the other greedy siblings. The family head won't be around much longer. Eventually, Cross will succeed the I wanted to say family, but it says head. Head. Okay, yeah, sure. And the next successor will be Jessica. Strictly speaking, the man who enters the family by marrying Jessica will become the next head. But it all comes to the same thing. I have to make Jessica an excellent successor, whom everyone will accept as worthy to take over the Ushiromiya family. In the days to come, that greedy Ushiromiya Eva will probably be plotting to find some fault with the Mang family. And if all goes as she plans, Jessica will be dragged down from the succession, with George set up in her place. It is regrettable, but George is a man, and even more, has matured as a person. Compared to Jessica, who is right in the middle of her rebellious period, and whose grades are slightly below average, it can be seen at a glance who is more fit to succeed the head. So in order to secure Jessica's position, I need to turn her into an excellent person. After doing that, I want to find her an excellent husband worthy of the excellent person she will have become. But if I have to fucking say excellent one more time, you know what happens? You wanna know what happens? I'm gonna fucking flip. A wonderful man who will truly accept Jessica and stay with her through all of life's joys and sorrows. Was Natsui trying to entrust her daughter with fulfilling some desire of her own? Natsui thought back to the days when she'd had no choice but to marry into the Ushiromiya family, because of that unavoidable fate. Oh, are we about to get some backstory? She had tried to block that from her memory. I just almost fucking screamed because I saw something move in the fucking background on the side of my peripheral vision. Holy fuck. It's just my hair though. God fucking damn it. Oh my god. Woohoo. Burglar alert. Okay. She had tried to block that from her memory. She had consciously forgotten it and had actively attended to the life she had been given as Ushiromiya Natsui. And in doing so, she had built up a new life. But just now, it felt like all of that had been casually rejected.
何を考えて生きていけばいいのかわからない。
Natsui helplessly rested her head against the glass of the window. The glass, which was cool thanks to the raindrops beating against it, felt somehow refreshing, even though it should have been emotionless. Right then it seemed to be the only thing that could understand Natsui. At that point, even if someone had appeared, Natsui didn't intend to pay any attention to them. But she did pay attention, because it was her beloved daughter. Ba-ba-ba.
母さんか。なんだよ、こんなところに。幽霊かと思ったぜ。
Just like always, her words were rough, and not at all like a girl's. Instinctively, words of rebuke rose to Natsui's throat. However, their strength gave out, and they didn't escape her lips.
ジェシカ、ごめんね。母さんは頭痛がひどいの。そっとしといてくれる？
そう。
Jessica was seeing her mother in a position of feebleness for the first time, so she was considerably disconcerted. Until just now, she had been filled with contempt for all of the parents, including her mother. But now those feelings had been completely swept away. Her mother's utterly exhausted face had wiped them all out. In its place, the words George had told her floated back up in her mind. Our parents are doing their best in their own way. And because their families are counting on them, they can't afford to keep everything pleasant, and have a heavy responsibility to fight. Maybe her mother had been standing around in this dimly lit hallway because no one had tried to understand that in her. Jessica hated her mother. So she had no intention of speaking kindly to Natsui, just because she was looking a bit frail. So when she attempted to speak kindly to her mother anyway, she had to clench her fists and gather up the words from deep in her heart.
ずいぶん立て込んだ話をしてるようじゃん。
お前には関係あります。
Oh, come on, she's trying!
よそへ行っていなさい。
Oh, you bitch.
頭痛ひどい？私、薬もらってこようか。
構わないで結構です。お願いだから、一人きりにして。
Natsui wasn't being cold. She just wanted her daughter to go far away so that she wouldn't have to bump against Natsui's own short temper. But there was no chance that Jessica would realize this. Jessica hung her head, looking sad. Seeing that expression, Natsui recognized that kindness that Jessica was trying to muster. She gave her head a small shake to drive away her own unkind feelings.
じゃあ私、 行くよ。大人の邪魔にならないように、いとこたちと一緒にいるから。じゃあ。
お待ちなさい。
She called Jessica, who was trying to leave and looked lonely, to a stop.
何？
気遣いをありがとう。お前を残して寝込むわけにはいきません。
よせよ。縁起でもないぜ。
心配をかけました。もう大丈夫です。私は行きます。
If I let my daughter see me this feeble any longer, I'll only make her feel more uneasy. With that thought in mind, Natsui left Jessica with words of gratitude and made to depart. This time, Jessica called out to her mother's back. Natsui stopped and turned around, asking what business Jessica had with her. But Jessica herself didn't know why she'd stopped her mother. And for a while, she smiled wryly, muttering to herself as she hesitated over what to say. She was poking around in her pocket when her hand had touched something, and she took it out.
さ、母さん。私さ、今日、お守りもらったんだよ。
Don't give it to her! Oh, shit, come on.
なんだっけな。魔除けだったっけ？
Damn it.
確かその、ドアンノブにぶら下げてるといいんだっけ？忘れちまったぜ。私が持ってても仕方ないし、母さんにあげるよ。
It was the scorpion charm that Maria had given her on the beach. Although she'd heard of its various effects from Maria, Jessica's mind had gone blank, and she was just barely able to say even that much. Jessica, thinking that her mother probably wouldn't accept it anyway, immediately drew back the hand she had struck out, grasping the charm. So when Natsui came back to take it, she was extremely shocked.
これは何かの景品？
まあ私も多分そうだろうと思ってるけどよ。こんなおもちゃみたいなお守りじゃ、ご利益は期待できねえよな。
But her mother took the charm from where she grasped it in her hand.
ありがとう。大切にします。ジェシカには今度、私が子供の頃大切にしていたお守りを代わりにあげましょう。
別にそんなつもりで渡すんじゃないぜ。でもまあ、どうしてもって言うんなら。
では、私はもう休みます。頭痛がひどいので、ジェシカもあまり夜更かしをしすぎないように。
Natsui put the charm in her pocket and turned away. She then disappeared into the dark hall.
やっぱり明日も丸一日こんな天気みたいだね。
やれやれ。今日の日中が嘘のようだぜ。
George, Aniki, and I were killing time in front of the parlor television. At that point, Jessica returned. Her face was still blank, but it looked like she'd calmed down a little since we'd last seen her.
マリアはまだ肖像画前？
いや、さっき戻ってきて、今はそっちのソファーで寝てるぜ。マリアにはもう遅い時間だもんな。
Looking at the clock, I saw it was a little past 10 p.m. Ooh. Even if we were planning to stay up all night, it was about time to head back to our room.
一応、うちのお袋が屋敷にも部屋を用意してくれたんだけどよ。どうする？
僕はゲストハウスに戻りたいかな。親たちの様子を見る限り、 僕たちはお屋敷にいない方がいいと思う。
Yeah.
俺も同感だぜ。子供は邪魔せず引っ込んでろって感じみてえだからな。おとなしくそうするさ。
As we were talking about this, Aunt Rosa came into the parlor. She was looking all over restlessly, probably trying to find Maria.
ローザおばさん。マリアならそこのソファっすよ。
ありがとう。すっかり眠っちゃってるわね。ベッドに移さないと。
よかったら僕がベッドまで背負っていきましょうか。
ありがとう。助かるわ。ジョージ君たちはゲストハウスに戻るの？それとも夏日姉さんが用意してくれた部屋に泊まるのかしら。
今話し合ってました。ゲストハウスへ戻ろうかって話になったところです。
そう。ならマリアも一緒にしてあげてもいいかしら。いとこのみんなと一緒の方がきっと安心できると思うしね。
Behind those words, she seemed to be concealing some regret that the adults, herself included, had deeply hurt Maria's feelings.
任してくださいよおばさん。何しろこっちにゃマリアをあやすことに関してはエキスパートがいるっすからね。
それは僕のことかい？僕だけじゃ無理だよ。みんなでだよ。
そうだぜ。バトラだってあんなにもマリアと意気投合してふざけ合ってたじゃねえかよ。
As we said this, Aunt Rosa smiled, looking truly happy.
みんなありがとう。私たちの話し合いはだいぶ遅くまでかかりそう。だから申し訳ないけどマリアをみんなにお願いするわ。
おーいマリア、熟睡か？ゲストハウスに戻るぞ。
Maria muttered something indistinct, rolled over, and fell back asleep. It looked like she was sleeping deeply.
すっかり寝込んじゃったようだぜ。起こすのは悪いな。
うん。僕が背負うよ。
Maria's body was much lighter than it looked. I lifted her up and put her on George Anaki's back. It was raining hard outside, and Anaki couldn't hold an umbrella and carry Maria at the same time. It looked like Aunt Rosa would come with us as far as the guest house to help out. However, when she heard Uncle Cross's voice call out to her, she had no choice but to return.
困ったわね。もう戻らないと。
皆さん、ゲストハウスまでお戻りですか？
After we left the hall on the way to the entrance, the door to the servant room opened and Shannon-chan stepped out.
だいぶ暗くなっておりますので、私がご案内させていただきます。
ちょうどよかったわ、シャノちゃん。ジョージ君がマリアをおぶっていてくれるの。傘をさしてあげてくれないかしら。
はい、かしこまりました。
Shannon-chan brought umbrellas for each of us and a flashlight to guide the way. As we opened the front door, the downpour was quite terrific. It looked like we wouldn't have any spare time to take a pleasant walk and enjoy the nighttime rose garden.
兄貴、重くねえか？俺が背負うぜ。
大丈夫だよ。マリアちゃんくらい背負えるよ。
本当にありがとうね。マリアをよろしくお願い。
わかりました。じゃあ、おやすみなさい、おばさん。それでは、お送りしてまいります。
ええ、よろしく。
Aunt Rosa watched us leave.
マリア、
いつもごめんね。
Rosa's mumbling voice didn't reach the person in question, nor any of the kids, but disappeared beneath the sound of the rain. After cutting through the rainy rose garden, we arrived at the guest house.
俺がマリアを背負って立候補すりゃよかったぜ。そうすりゃ傘を差してくれるシャノンちゃんのでっけえお乳を二の腕でたっぷり堪能できたってのによ。
そんなつもりじゃないよ。誤解だよ。
そうしないとジョージ様が濡れてしまうと思いまして。ほーら、バカなこと言ってないで入るぜ。
After being urged on by Jessica, we folded up our umbrellas and went into the guest house.
お召し物を濡らしてしまった方はいらっしゃいませんか？タオルを用意いたしますが。
そこまで気を使わなくていいぜ。ありがとよ、シャノンちゃん。
そうだ。僕たちはこれからトランプでもして少し遊ばないかって話なんだけど、よかったら少し一緒しないかい？
あれ？今日のシフト、深夜勤は誰になってんだ？親族会議中は特別シフトになってたと思いました。少し変更も出てるみたいなので、ちょっと確認してきます。
ああ、わざわざ屋敷に戻らないとわからないんなら無理に。
大丈夫です。ゲストハウスの使用人室でわかりますので。ちょっと失礼しますね。
Shana-chan gave a quick bow and went into the guest house servant room. The rest of us headed for the cousins' room and decided to put Maria to bed for the time being. Maria was sleeping very deeply, and there was absolutely no sign of her eyes opening. For now, we would get some soft drinks out of the room's refrigerator and drink those while playing cards or something. The hell?
あれ？
Oh.
カノン君？源氏様までこちらに。今夜のシフトはどうなっているのでしょうか？
クラウス様の命令があってね。シフトの大掛かりな変更があったんだよ。
うん。ゴーダがお屋敷の深夜勤に変更になった。シャノンとカノンはゲストハウスの深夜勤。
Oh, special.
私と熊沢はゲストハウスに泊まるようにとのご命令だ。お前も今夜はこのままこちらにとどまるよう。たった今電話があった。
ずいぶん大掛かりな変更ですね。お屋敷とゲストハウスの当番がまるっきり逆になってるじゃないですか。
Originally, Shannon Cannon had been assigned to the night shift in the mansion, while the night shift in the guest house, where all the relatives were staying, had been assigned to Goda, who had an abundance of experience in entertaining. Kumasawa should have been sleeping at the guest house, while Genji should have been sleeping in the mansion. However, it seemed that Cross had suddenly ordered that the schedule be modified. The shifts at the guest house and the mansion had all been reversed, and Genji was spending the night in the guest house.
多分ベアトリーチェ様の手紙のせいだろうね。
多分ってどうして？
あんな怪しげな手紙が現れたらクラウス様が僕たちを疑うのは当然だからね。親方様直属の僕たちを極力親族会議の席から遠ざけたかったんだろうよ。
Genji, Shannon, and Cannon were all permitted to wear the Ushiromiya family crest, the one-winged eagle, as the servants who served directly under Kinzo. Of course, since they were working for the Ushiromiya family, they had to obey anyone's orders, but their only boss was Kinzo. Since only Kinzo held the right to employ them, Even Cross could not have them dismayed. I was going to say dismayed, I don't know why. Dismissed of his own accord. Because of this, Cross and the others often viewed the servants as Kinzo's underlings and shunned them. And in fact, Kinzo seldom let anyone other than them enter his study. This sudden shift change was probably a clear expression of the sense of mistrust they had caused. Considering the time Kinzo had left to live, this would definitely be the last family conference before the problem of the inheritance came up. On top of that, the mysterious letter that claimed to be from Beatrice had dropped in out of the blue. Cross definitely wanted to keep Kinzo's loyal subjects away from the table of such a delicate and important discussion.
ではすまんが、私は向こうでくつろがせてもらう。もし何かあったらすぐに呼ぶように。
Right.
今夜のお客様は特別だ。
Special case.
はい、かしこまりました。源氏様。
Genji nodded back, went behind a screen, took off his jacket, and slowly began to relax after a day's worth of tension.
今お戻りになられたのはお子様方？
親族の方々はお屋敷で会議を。だいぶ長引きそうな雰囲気だったかな。
なら気楽だね。これ以上の深夜になって、しかもこの天気。多分親族の皆さんはお屋敷の方のお部屋にお泊まりさ。
多分ね。源氏様がいないから言うけど、ゲストハウス行きになってちょっと嬉しかったかな。
ふん。どうしてだい？意地悪な奥様やエヴァ様から離れられたから？それとも別の理由があるのかい？
別の理由なんかありません。
そっか。なら二人で深夜勤を頑張ろう。よろしく、姉さん。
私、ついさっきお子様方にお部屋で遊ばないかとお呼ばれしてて。
Shannon hung her head apologetically, gazing at Kanon uncertainly. Kanon didn't try to meet her eyes, and spoke curtly as he sighed. It looked like he didn't plan on indulging his sister.
ダメだよ。
Oh, of course she can.
深夜勤を仰せつかってる。それに僕たち家具には遊びのお誘いは必要ない。わかるね。
そんなことわかってます。
Oh, go fuck yourself, Kanon. Come on! Jesus. Shannon's shoulders drooped slightly. She had already expected that Kanon, a stickler for rules, would say something like that, but she still seemed a little discouraged. As Kanon flipped through a log book, he spoke without facing Shannon.
なら、お子様方お待たせしてしまってるね。深夜勤に当たってしまったから、ご一緒できないと謝ってこなきゃ。行ってきなよ。
Well, fine. Fucking making an order to play with him. I mean, come on. If we have to go through those means, that kind of sucks, man. Come on.
私、謝ってくるね。
No. Battler, fucking making an order, okay? Tell her to play, god damn it. Shannon hurriedly stood from her seat before her brother's mood could change and flew out of the servant room after giving a quick bow. As he watched her go, Kanon took a single deep breath. Why? Genji's voice came from beyond the screen.
カノン、私がここにいるから、お前も行くといい。
源氏様、誘われたのはシャノンだけです。僕は別に誘われては。
その場にいなかったからお声をかけられなかっただけだ。
True.
言えばお前も誘われている。たまには子供らしく遊んでくるといい。
Oh, I like Genji, man. Damn. Fucking Goda's the only one I hate.
いえ、僕には必要ない行為です。人の子には遊びも必要でしょうが。
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Kenan, I'm a little bit on edge with. Because he's like this.
僕らは家具ですから。
Such a fucking downer, man. Damn.
そうか。
姉さんだって家具です。
How dare you? How fucking dare you?
人のふりをしたって後で苦しむだけなのに、僕はそれが分かっているから人に近づきたくないだけなんです。
Genji did not say anything after that. After a while, he stood up and used a pot of hot water to make powdered cocoa, serving some to Kenan as well. She's ass.
そりゃ本当かよ。そりゃ知らなかったぜ。
バカ、声が大きいぜ。マリアが起きちゃうだろ。
Bachelor was so surprised that he yelled obnoxiously and scattered his cards everywhere. His voice caused Maria to turn over once, but she soon fell back into a deep sleep. Jessica gave him a jab, and he lowered his voice.
いや、しかし、言われてみれば、確かにそれっぽい雰囲気はあったんだよな。なるほどな。ジョージの兄貴がな。
George couldn't be seen anywhere in the room. A short while ago, when Shannon came into the room, George suddenly said that he'd forgotten something in the mansion and needed to go back and get it. Shannon said she would go guide him, just like she had on the way to the guest house, and the two of them departed together.
いや、昔からそれっぽい気配はあったんだぜ。
Clearly.
好きなものを聞いてきたり、趣味を聞いてきたりさ。単に関心を持つだけにしてはどうもなんて思ってたらよ。
そういや、昔っからジョージの兄貴はシャノンちゃんにやたらと優しかった気がするぜ。なるほどな。
Okay. So we're following them now? Oh, what the fuck?
天気予報によると今夜が一番ひどいみたい。
Where the fuck is this place? This kind of looks like a gazebo? There one there? What the fuck?
明日いっぱいもやまないらしいけど、もう少しマシになるそうだよ。
Are they about to have like a romantic fucking thing going on here? What the hell?
そうですか。では、あさってまでは船は来られないかもしれませんね。ジョージ様の月曜日のお勤めに差し支えが出ないか心配です。
台風が来ていることは知っていたからね。万一に備えて月曜日には予定を入れなかったから大丈夫さ。こう見えてもスケジュールは先読みできるタイプなんだ。
George puffed out his chest, acting proud. Compared to the calm appearance George always had as the oldest cousin, he now looked amusingly like a little kid. Shannon chuckled at this abrupt contrast.
さすが、やがては会社を起こされる方はしっかりしていますね。
やっぱり会社を起こすというのは大変だね。お金とかそういうのだけじゃないものがとても大事だって父さんのところで勉強していてわかるよ。会社を起こすということは 城を持ち部下を率いるということ。うちの父さんは秀吉って名前だけあって戦国武将のエピソードがとても好きでね。会社経営の哲学をよくそこから語るんだ。知ってるかい？戦国最強の騎馬軍団と恐れられた武田信玄も最初は部下たちの結束がバラバラで統率力をまるで発揮できなかったんだそうだよ。
そうなんですか？なんだか意外ですね。
信玄は部下たちを結束させるため数々のリーダーシップを発揮してるんだよ。例えば戦場で武功を立てた部下に対しすぐその場で褒章を与えたり、普通こういうのは戦が終わってからまとめてやるものだからね。それを戦場の本陣の中にいながらまめにやり続け、部下の武功を素早く評価しやる気につなげたというのは非常に大きいことだよ。それから部下が病気で伏せった時には誰よりも早く駆けつけお見舞いをしたとかね。武田信玄は戦国最強の騎馬軍団を率いただけじゃない、戦国一の部下思いの人だったんだよ。
そんな方だから部下の皆さんもついてきてくれたんですね。
The truth was, Shannon had already heard the story several years ago, but whenever a discussion of his father led to this sort of topic, George would always glow and look like he was having a great time. So Shannon just smiled without interrupting, urging him to continue.
確かに資本主義の世界ではお金は力で石垣の高さでもある。でもね、戦も城も自分一人じゃ成り立たない。大勢の部下に支えられ、その力を借りて初めて成立するものなんだよ。それを理解してから父さんの背中を見ると、自分がいかに未熟で、父さんがどれほどの切磋琢磨をして今日を築き上げてきたかがよくわかるんだ。
ジョージ様はお父様のことをとても尊敬されているんですね。羨ましいです。
ごめん、別にそういう意味で言ったんじゃないんだよ。
すみません。私も別にそういう意味で言ったつもりは。
The two of them awkwardly looked at their feet. Shannon had no parents. She had been brought up in an orphanage owned by Kinzo, called the Fukuin House. Under the guidance of Kinzo, their honorary director, the orphanage offered members who excelled a chance for on-the-job serving experience. If their efforts met with Kinzo's approval, they'd be able to leave the orphanage and work as servants for the Ushiromiya family. This was considered to be the highest honor for those who lived in the orphanage. Servants from the Fukuin house all took names with the character On in them while they served. So Shannon wasn't her real name. The same went for Kenon. All of the members of the Fukuin house were orphans. At least they were all people who had been separated from their parents under special circumstances. Because of this, the orphans had been taught to think of each other as their own family. Only family. That's why it seemed so natural to both of them when Kenon called Shannon his sister. And while both Shannon and Kenon were working in the mansion today, there were several other servants possessing the... I'm guessing that's own character? Yeah. Character in their name, such as Manon, I think I pronounced that, and Lennon, who often worked in the rotation schedule. Those names threw me off. Fuck. However, there were not many servants who stayed with the Ushiromiya family for long. It was standard for them to quit after 3 years. So you could probably say that Shannon, who had been working for 10 years, was a notable exception to that rule. Working as a servant for the Ushiromiya family was a heavy burden to bear, but the pay wasn't bad at all. Working for a full 3 years would earn more than what was needed to enter mainstream society. That was why, even though the orphans realized what a harsh task working for the Ushiromiya family was, they still hoped to be accepted. Maybe the fact that Shannon managed to continue working for 10 years wasn't because she had more willpower than the other servants. Maybe she'd gotten stuck working for 10 years because she didn't have the courage to say she wanted to quit. Kinzo couldn't even trust his own blood relatives, and those excellent servants sent from the Fukuin house were the only ones he could rely on. Because of that, Kinzo could sometimes allow them to wear the family crest as servants under his direct control, and have them work close to him.
もう勤めて10年近くになるんだっけ。だいぶお金も貯まったんじゃないかい？
どうでしょう。別に私、買いたいものも特にありませんし、ほんの何百万かあったって、それで残りの人生を過ごせるわけもありませんし。
目標の額があって、お勤めを続けてるわけじゃないのかい？
そうですね。私はこのお屋敷以外に行くあてもありませんし、お嬢様とも他の使用人の子たちとも仲良くやれてますし、奥様には時折お叱りを受けますけど、バラの世話やお屋敷のお掃除も楽しいですし。
でもそれはシャノンちゃんの、サヨちゃんの人生じゃない。
Shannon cast her eyes downwards when she heard her real name. She understood what George was trying to say and fell silent.
僕は成人し、社会人になってからも勉強して分かったことがある。子供の頃、僕らが思っていたほど人生は単調で短くないんだ。
Damn, he's serious about her. Fuck. All school-aged kids have certain fears they can't shake. They wonder whether they'll live the rest of their lives with sleepy classes after a monotonous and boring school day, spending their time in a carefree laziness without any interesting happening until it's all over. Did I read that right? Probably not. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I shouldn't. Fuck it. I'm not going to explain shit. However, life's only like that for underage students. Compared to a human's life, the time they spend as students is nothing more than a blink of an eye, a period where they break through the shells of their immaturity. The inside of the shell might be a hot, suffocating, and boring world, but the world beyond that shell is vast and filled with limitless possibilities.
君の人生はまだシャノンという殻の中でしかないんだ。君は自分の人生がこの生活のままずっと続いていくと勘違いしてるんじゃないかな。
それは。
Shannon couldn't deny those words. She'd been unable to harbor any clear doubts about her lifestyle, and since she never had any hopes or goals for changing herself, she'd lazily continued living the way she'd always had. And if asked whether this life was satisfying, she wouldn't have been able to nod. She may have been intentionally averting her eyes from the truth. Without George's admonishments, she would have continued pretending not to notice as her real life slipped away bit by bit, neglected.
ジョージ様、私はこのままでいてはいけないのでしょうか。
いけないよ。あ、それから今ルール違反が一つあったね。
George immediately gave a strict answer, then broke out into a mischievous smile. Shannon already knew what she was being chided for, and she hung her head again, apparently embarrassed.
僕たちしかいないときは様はなしの約束だよ。
Oh my, I'm so sorry.
約束では聞けません。ですが、ご命令でしたら聞かないわけにはいきません。私は家具ですから。
じゃあ命令だよ。
はい、かしこまりました、ジョージさん。
As Shannon hung her head, her face red, she said George's name again, this time following it with son.
それでいいよ、さやちゃん。
I'll just fucking do it already. George smiled at Shannon, no, Sayo, to praise her small act of bravery. The short exchange alone made it clear how far back their relationship must have stretched. For a long while, the two talked as if the weather raging about them didn't even enter their thoughts. They talked about the many memories they'd built during their relationship that no one else knew about. Every once in a while, a flash of lightning would attempt to interrupt them, but this could sully neither the roses nor the time they spent blushing at each other. Blush, blush. Lordy lord. Hello? 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 Hello?
そうだ。
Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
君に見せたいものがあって。
Okay, music has stopped, but still, the rain sound effect is still going. I don't know whether something's about to happen, but...
なんでしょうか。
Don't pull out a ring. Please, just don't. George, who had been speaking eloquently, suddenly started to stutter. Watching him, Shannon seemed to guess something. I know, right? Even I am guessing something, and I don't know, man. I just don't know. George timidly searched through his pocket. Fuck it is. Oh, God. Alright. Something got caught in the depths of his pocket, and just like the stuttering George, it took a little while to get it out. It was a very small box. A small box covered in deep blue velvet. That peculiar shape was enough to tell anyone what was resting inside. Shannon had prepared her heart somewhat, certain beforehand that this was what he had been planning. But even so, when she actually saw it, she couldn't avoid blushing once more. George opened the small box, took something out, and held it out for Shannon to take.
これを君に受け取ってほしいんだ。
Hoo-hoo-hoo, my Georgie boy! Proposing!
このような高価なものは、お受け取りできません。
受け取れない。
Oh. Well, it's not technically a no, but still, rejecting that ring is... Well, actually, yeah, it is a no.
いえ。
Ah? Come on. You have to accept it, or are you gonna reject him?
こんなもの、私には。
Oh, don't go be starting that shit, boy, girl.
過ぎていて。
さよ、これはお願いじゃない。
Oh.
命令だよ。
Yeah, you finally understand, George.
この指輪を受け取って。
and give me an answer. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
命令では従わなくてはなりません。
うん、そうだね。いい子だよ。
Oh shit! Oh shit! Hello! Shannon, not wanting to show her bright red face, timidly accepted the ring from George's hand while still staring at the ground. That ring wasn't a simple accessory. It was a noble object, meant since in ancient times to be offered to a special woman under special circumstances. Therefore, while George could order her to take it, he could not order anything beyond that. Exactly. Could order her to take it, but he cannot order her to answer. She has to do that of her own free will. Anything beyond that would depend not on an order, but on Shannon's... No, Sayo's own will. Why am I so fucking good at predicting shit? Like, what the fuck? Damn! Oh, I am the master!
だから、ここからはもう命令じゃない。
Obey me, peasants! And subscribe to the channel. Just kidding. You don't have to.
明日までに言葉でない形で返事がもらいたい。
But it would be appreciated. Wink. Okay.
わかるね。
So from here on, I'm ordering... Okay.
どうすれば
No, you have to answer of your own free will.
もうこれ以上は命令じゃないから、僕は君に命令はしない。
I don't even hear the ring anymore.
でも、指輪は指にするものだからね。気に入ってくれたなら、好きな指につけてくれればいい。
But if you put it on your ring finger, then I guess technically that is a yes. So come on. Shannon had only pretended not to know. She already understood what he wanted her to do. But she was standing at a huge crossroads of her life.
もうこんな時間だね。今夜はこれくらいにしよ
う。What the fuck? Wait, what? No! George turned away from Shannon, acting just a bit bluntly.
君に左手につけてほしいと命令することもできるかもしれない。君も命令されればそれに従えるという臆病な甘えがあるかもしれない。でも最後のここだけは君のサヨの意志でしてもらいたいんだ。わかるね。
はい。
だからそれが命令。今夜よく考えて明日その返事を見せてほしい。
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why? Why? This is always like a fucking red flag. Foreshadowing. Oh my god, why? No. Oh, please don't let anything bad happen. Fucking Christ, please. Oh, fuck. If something happens, Umineko, you're gonna rue the day. Rue it! Shannon nodded back. Today was the culmination of their many days spent together. This moment certainly hadn't come as a surprise to Shannon.
そろそろゲストハウスに戻ろうか。これ以上遅いとみんなを心配させちゃうよ。
すみません。私、お屋敷にいようを思い出しまして。
What the fuck?
お屋敷へ行かねばなりません。
Hell no, bruh!
こんな時間に本当かな。
George stared into Shannon's face as he laughed mischievously. He definitely saw through Shannon's lie. However, when he saw how she felt, he could sort of understand that she might be so embarrassed that she'd want to be alone. So, because George realized the meaning behind Shannon's lie, he accepted it. Okay. Well. Oh my god, what the hell? Oh my god! Why? Alright. Only 1 hour. Okay. So when that happens, does that mean like that whole scene transpired over 1 hour? I don't know. Shannon entered the entrance hall to the mansion with a tottering gait. That's how you pronounce that word, right? Fuck. A mixture of exaltation and uncertainty gave her a feeling that she couldn't easily describe. It swelled up in her chest until it felt like she was about to burst. After stopping for a second in front of the servant room to take a deep breath and calm her heart, she opened the door. Inside, Goda, who had been ordered to take the midnight shift at the mansion tonight, was absorbed in a worn-out crossword puzzle magazine. He looked up for an instant to see if one of the family had come, but when he realized it was a fellow servant, he returned to his puzzle as if nothing had happened.
源氏様より郷田さんのお手伝いにつくように言われてまいりました。
ああ、そうですか。それは助かります。そろそろ戸締まりの見回りに行きたかったのですが、ここを開けてもいいものか困っていたのです。何しろ、旦那様方の会合はまだだいぶ続きそうですからね。いつ何時お茶のご用命があるかもわかりませんし。
そうですよね。ではどうしましょうか。私が留守番を。
ではシャノンさん、申し訳ありませんが、お屋敷内の見回りをお願いします。私はここで親族の皆さんのご用命の待機をしておりますので。
はい。
Shannon was slightly disgusted. Even though she'd come here to help out as a favor, she was casually being forced to do the job of a person actually on duty. Well, why did you go in there then? You're actually supposed to be in the guest house, not at the mansion. Okay? It's actually a little bit your fault. Just saying. Furthermore, after one-sidedly being forced that task on her, Goda returned to his magazine once again and became immersed in his crossword puzzle. Shannon bowed her head as a token sign of respect for her elder, then left the room to patrol the mansion. Thanks to her being a bit ticked off, she managed to suppress that floaty feeling she'd been having until just now. And anyway, she couldn't let Genji or Kenan see her looking like this. She wanted a little time to herself until her heart calmed down. And so maybe going on patrol wouldn't be so bad. The fuck? I heard a little something. What the hell? Huh, weird. She began to hear the tumultuous voices of the family discussing discussion, coming from the dining hall. Someone was speaking at great length, only to be interrupted by someone else. The second person also began to speak in a very long, drawn-out fashion, until yet another person interrupted. That kept on repeating. It was as though their displeasure was seeping out through their voices. She had been told to go to the guest house, so it would be bad if Cross discovered her. Thinking this, Shannon dashed past the dining hall. Then she went along a prearranged route through the dark mansion, checking that all the locks were secure. She walked down the hall, checking each window. There were no humans on Rokkenjima other than those connected to the family, so locking up didn't really serve much of a purpose. No one had been in the habit of locking up at the Ushiromiya family head fucking Christ, I got those words mixed up. Ushiromiya had family, at least not until Natsui had scolded them for being careless. The metal fixtures on the windows were ice cold, and as she checked them one by one, the glow in her heart seemed to cool down. Oh. Oh, fuck. At that time, she thought she saw something twinkling across the hall. Twinkling? How could anything be twinkling through the darkness of the hall? She figured she must have been imagining it, but she still held her breath. Grasping the situation, the situation. Grasping the curtain, she fearfully gazed down the hall. However, other than the occasional crack of thunder brightening the hallway, she was unable to glimpse any flicker again. It must have been her imagination after all. Maybe her heart was so agitated that she'd been seen. Serious moment and I'm fucking up. What the fuck is wrong with me? Why? Maybe her heart was so agitated that she'd seen something that didn't even exist. Shonen went back to checking the windows. However, a certain unnerving memory was resurrected in the back of her mind. It was that ghost story which had been passed down amongst the servants who served the Ushiromiya head family. The mansion had 2 different masters, one of the day and one of the night. Beatrice, the master of the night, would sometimes fly around the mansion in the form of sparkling butterflies. That was the story. Come to think of it, didn't Kanon-kun once say he'd seen it with his own eyes? Though he got sulky when I said he must have imagined it and refused to believe him. Could it possibly be true? The roar of the thunder gave no answer. Okay. So that's that's how it's gonna be, huh? Huh? Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, look at that, the gazebo. Okay, cool. I am recording, right? Yeah, I am. Oh, shit. Why did I just hear something? The fuck? Hello? Don't you fucking blink. Don't you fucking do it. I will not have it. Hello? What the fuck was that? What the fuck? What the fuck is transpiring here? Okay. Back to her. What? What? Damn it! What do you want? That's it? God damn it. Is this the end of the first episode? Is it? Oh my god! 6 hours later. Is there like a SpongeBob time card thing? You remember they used to do the 6 hours later? Oh my god. The second day, October 5th, 1986. Hot diggity damn. Genji tightened his bow tie and looked outside through the crack in the curtains. Maybe the rain had died down a tiny bit since the previous night, but the thick rain clouds didn't seem like they'd be letting any trace of the morning sun get by. The morning was dim and far from refreshing.
やはり今日いっぱいはやみそうにないか。
お待たせしました、源氏様。
Gunnan finished checking his appearance and exited the washroom. On their normal schedule, it was rare for anyone to have to suffer through straight from a midnight shift to an early morning shift. They were on a special schedule for the 2 days of the family conference. However, unless the typhoon passed today, the relatives' stay on this island would last until tomorrow. Gunnan thought it best to be prepared for the special schedule to last an extra day. The two of them left the guest house, opening their umbrellas. The rose garden had been devastated by the wind and rain on the previous night. Even though they'd spent several days making it beautiful to welcome the guests. Did I say that? Guests? Whatever. One stormy night was enough to ruin it. Gunnan sighed. The two headed for the mansion. They were supposed to meet up with Goda and prepare breakfast. Goda was such a perfectionist that he had probably already woken up and was probably already preparing a breakfast. Oh, good. As exquisite and elegant as glasswork. Oh. Sorry. Had to be done. They reached the overhang on by the entrance to the mansion and folded up their umbrellas. Genji took a bundle of several keys from his pocket and unlocked the front door. The Ushiromiya family mansion was the only thing on Rokkenjima, so in the past they hadn't been in the habit of locking up. However, Natsui had ordered that the mansion be locked up from midnight to early morning. Oh god, it looks so gloomy. Oh damn. Ever since then, unlocking the door in the early morning had become part of the servants' morning shift. This task had been given to Genjin Kenon, so that Goda could start preparing breakfast as soon as he woke up. Silence had fallen in the mansion, giving the impression that the mansion itself was still asleep.
では、朝の仕事を始めよう。
はい。
The two of them split up and began opening the curtains throughout the mansion. If the curtains stayed closed, the mansion would remain enveloped in faint darkness, as though it was still trapped in the previous night. Ooh. Following a well-rehearsed procedure. Yeah, I read that right. Kenan went around the mansion, opening the curtains from one window after another without having to retrace his steps once. Even with this horrible weather, drawing the curtains made it feel just a little bit like morning. While doing that, he passed in front of the kitchen. Even though he hadn't smelled anything yet, his stomach started aching for some of Goda's prized cooking.
おはようございます。
Wait, what? He tried to greet Goda, who should have been getting breakfast ready, but Goda was nowhere to be seen. The kitchen was darkly lit, and not only were the curtains not open, but the fan wasn't even running. It was still cold, without any trace of a fire being lit, so of course there were no signs of breakfast being made either. Though it would have been inexcusable, perhaps Goda had overslept. Even servants are only human. Oh, really? I thought they were furniture. They sometimes sleep in and show up late. In the rare case that such a thing happens, it's part of a servant's code to hide the unsightly scene before anyone notices, smoothly cover it up, and make sure the family never even realizes that anything has gone wrong. Kenan took the receiver of the phone that had been fitted to the wall and dialed the number for the extension lying in the servant's sleeping room. He couldn't hear that characteristic sound of a dial tone. Kenan tried picking up the receiver again, but even so, he couldn't hear the usual dial tone. He tried dialing again, but it had no apparent effect. Could the lightning last night have damaged some machine breaking the extension line? The equipment in this mansion was all worn out. Kenan fully understood that even the smallest thing could have caused it to break down. He gave up trying to wake Goda with the phone and dashed over to the servants' sleeping room. How long has it been since I stopped sleeping and started lazily staring up at the ceiling? That vague sense of awakening was part of Natsui's usual morning experience. She always slept slightly, and she couldn't sleep at all without medicine. To Natsui, sleep was definitely not a happy thing. When she looked outside, she saw that it was still pouring. If she hadn't sensed a tiny amount of light, she might have mistakenly thought that it was still the previous night. She herself was one of the hosts, so she mustn't, god damn it, wake up later than her guests. Urging herself on, she raised up her body, which still hadn't completely recovered from yesterday's weariness. Ooh, pretty. No one would torment her as long as she remained inside this room. Wait, was she by herself? What the fuck? I guess you're not gonna be with a dipshit husband, huh? Yeah, well. No one would torment her as long as she remained... Okay, I already read that, yep. And her headache wouldn't get any worse here. This room was the only place she could find peace. So when she left, it meant returning to the world where her husband's siblings kept trying to stab each other back in the back. I'm so sorry. I don't usually record this long, so yeah, I'm gonna fuck up a lot. In that case, wouldn't it be better to just stay locked up in this room forever? That ridiculous notion brought a bitter smile to Natsui's face. She was starting to sound like Kinzo. Though she often complained about Kinzo staying locked up in his own room and refusing to attend to everyone else. The truth was that she longed to do the same. Natsui gave her head a small shake, and her fantasy was replaced by the reawakening of her usual headache. Okay. When she reached for the doorknob, trying to leave the room, her hand touched a scorpion charm that she had hung from it before going to sleep the previous night. It was Maria's charm, which Natsui had received from Jessica. Didn't Jessica say something about it having the power to repel magic, telling her to hang it from her doorknob? Maybe it was thanks to that certain charm that at least this room had been protected from the malice of her husband's siblings. As she thought of this, her mood began to get a little bit more cheerful.
ジェシカのおかげで少しはゆっくり眠れたということかしら。
Then Natsuri remembered. That's right. Last night I promised Jessica that I'd give her a charm of my own in exchange for this one, didn't I? Natsuri opened a drawer on her dresser and took out an antique accessory case that she had treasured when she was a child. Inside, there were many small objects that Natsui had thought were valuable at the time. From amidst those, she pulled out a red pouch. Inside was a small round mirror about 10 centimeters across. It looked quite old, but the design on the back of the mirror was very ornate. That's how do you pronounce that ornate or ornate? 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 Oh, whatever. And it felt like something with historical value. Ah! At the very least, it seemed much more authentic than the other charm, which looked like a plastic scorpion keychain. She had heard that this was a spiritual mirror for warding off evil spirits, and she had been given it specially by her grandmother when her grandfather's mementos had been distributed. It had been believed since long ago that a strange power resided in this mirror. Perhaps people thought it could reflect calamity and malice in the same way it reflected light. Natsui returned the mirror to its pouch. It would probably be a fitting object to hand over to Jessica. Just as she was replacing it in her pocket, the sound of someone knocking on the door suddenly echoed throughout the room.
Hi.
おはようございます、奥様。
Hello.
早朝から申し訳ございません。
今行きます。何事ですか?
No servant had ever come to her this early in the morning, nor had they come to wake her in person. Perhaps something bad had happened. Maybe some fatal oversight had been made while preparing breakfast, something that would shame the household in front of their guests. Natsui took a deep breath in anticipation for whatever troubles she was about to hear of. When she opened the door, Genji once again gave a morning greeting while bowing deeply. Natsui tentatively responded.
おはようございます。何かありましたか?
申し訳ございません。昨夜の落雷で電話機器に故障が出たようです。内線電話が普通になっておりますもので、直接のお伺いになってしまったことをお許しください。
内線電話が普通? それは面倒になりましたね。修理は可能ですか?
残念ながら故障箇所がわかりません。後で業者を呼んで修理させたいと思います。
ということは、この台風が過ぎるまでは修理不能ということですか。つまり、客人たちの滞在中はずっと普通ということですね。客人たちのお世話に支障は。
出ないよう最善を尽くします。
結構です。粗相のないようよろしく頼みます。
Natsui let out a small sigh of relief. She had been prepared for the worst, but damage to the telephones wasn't the kind of trouble she was worried about. Then again, even this would probably be enough to spark sarcasm from Eva. Natsui gave her head a light shake.
朝食の準備は順調ですか?
それが、ゴーダの姿が見えません。朝食の支度もまだ行われておらず。
何ですって?
Natsui was indignant. To her, this was a much bigger problem than the phones not working. And despite that, this piece of information was the part that had been postponed. Why did everything go well most of the time, and then come to something like this when the relatives were visiting? Natsui put her hand to her forehead and shook her head. Took so many
大方
heads.
朝寝坊でもしているのでしょう。とにかく誰でもいいから急いで朝食の準備を。
What? Natsui exited into the hall and turned around for a second to close the door to her room. The creepy thing she saw there silenced her completely. What? It was an unpleasant sight, as though someone had dipped their fingers in a reddish-black liquid and scratched at her door around the doorknob. It was probably some sort of awful prank, arranged by some person who wanted to make it look as though they'd tried to force the door with bloody hands.
これは悪趣味な。
私も今ここにお伺いして初めて気づきました。後ほど清掃いたします。
大方、趣味の悪い客人の冗談でしょう。不愉快です。実に不愉快です。
Who in the world would pull such a childish and disgusting prank? Natsui had a pretty good idea, but of course there was no proof. So even if she pushed the issue, it would just seem as though she was making a fuss about nothing. In fact, it would surely be better to act as though she hadn't even realized that such a prank had been played on her. Natsui gave the order to have it cleaned and headed off to the parlor with a squeak in her heels. Oh god, I had it in her burp. Burp it up. Burp a derp. When Natsui and Genji arrived in the parlor, Eva and Hideyoshi were already there.
おはようございます、皆さん。
おはよう、夏日さん。朝食も合田さんが作るっちゅう話やないか。朝から胃袋が大喜びで騒ぎっぱなしなんや。
本家の楽しみは食事くらいがせいぜいですものね。
エヴァさんも朝からご機嫌がよろしいようで何よりです。
With a weary expression, Natsui returned Eva's gaze, which was fiercely competitive despite the early hour. Then Kanon jogged in. After bowing an apology to the relatives for running inside the mansion, he noticed Genji and told him something in a small voice.
カノン、ゴーダはまだ見つからないのですか？
申し訳ございません、奥様。お屋敷内もゲストハウスも回ったのですが、まだ。
Ooh.
一体どこへ行ったというのです。とりあえず今はゴーダより朝食の準備が先決です。至急対応しなさい。
はい。
Kanon glanced at Genji. It seemed he had something else to report, but was uncertain whether or not the words should come from him. Genji nodded and decided to give the report himself.
奥様、ゴーダだけではありません。
Oh no, Shannon too?
旦那様の姿。
Oh, wait, what? Oh, fuck!
主人が？
はい。奥様より先に旦那様に朝食の準備がないことをご報告しようと思い、寝室をお伺いしたのですが、お姿、それから旦那様だけではありません。
Oh shit. Okay, what was the first Twilight night thingy-majig? 6 people, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and assume Goda, Cross, that's 2. Shannon is a possibility for 3.
ルドルフ様ご夫妻と ローザ様のお
Oh, well, there we
姿
go.
はありません。
Oh, fuck. Okay, that's 6. So there we go.
ゲストハウスにも
Oh, God.
屋敷にもですか？
はい。ゲストハウスの部屋にもおられません。
When she'd heard that Goda alone was missing, she'd assumed he had slept in or was loafing around somewhere. However, now that she'd learned that several of the relatives were also nowhere to be found, she began to take a slightly more optimistic view. Could last night's family conference had continued all night, up until the present moment. If so, they might have wanted to cool their heads after being shut in a stuffy room, going out for walks on their own through the rain. The part about cooling their heads really sounded like something Cross would say. Goda had probably been summoned to accompany them and aid them in some way. Goda was not a man who lost track of time. He had to understand that preparations for breakfast would be hindered if he did not return. However, maybe the family conference had continued until this very moment, with an atmosphere that would make it hard for anyone to slip out. Yes, that theory would be quite convincing for Natsui. She remembered the illusion she'd felt that morning, as though the previous night had never happened. When she learned that the feeling wasn't just an illusion, she once again took a deep, wary breath. After all, that banquet of filthy vultures circling Kinzo's property was still going on.
大方、庭園のどこか、あるいは海岸の方で相も変わらず遺産の話を繰り返しているのでしょう。とにかくゴーダを呼び戻さなくてはいつまでも朝食の準備が整いません。
ってことはなんや、兄さんたちの話し合いはまだ続いとるんか。
She had planned to say it in a small voice, but Hideyoshi overheard Natsui and managed to grasp the situation.
兄さんもルドルフもタフね。ローザの場合は若さかしら。私たち、夕べの24時過ぎにはもう眠くてベッドに戻らせてもらったんだけど。確かにあの時点でも、まだ兄さんたちは熱論を交わしてたわ。男って、熱くなると嫌ね。
Natsui snorted, her face still blank.
カノン、表を探してらっしゃい。ゴーダを見つけたら、すぐに戻って朝食の準備をするよう伝えなさい。
かしこまりました。
夏日姉さん、表とは限らないわよ。お父様の書斎ってことはないかしら。
なるほど、考えられん話やないで。どういう話の流れかはわからんが、お父さんの主催に場所を移してお父さんにも混じってもらって議論を続けてるっちゅう可能性は十分あるやろ。
そのような汚らわしい話題を好んでお父様が書斎へ招き入れることなど考えられません。
あらそう。じゃあ仕方ないわね。源氏さんとカノン君は申し訳ないけど外を探してきてちょうだい。確かに兄さんなら頭を冷やすために外を散歩しようなんて言い出しても不思議はないわ。たとえこんな天気でもね。私はお父様の書斎に行ってくるわ。ひょっとするとそこにいるかもしれないしね。
客人であるエヴァさんにそこまでのご足労はおかけできません。私が行ってきます。朝のご挨拶も兼ねて。
あら、じゃあお願いするわね。でも朝の挨拶を交わしてくれるかは疑わしいわね。夏日姉さんってお父様とは仲よろしかったかしら。
仲が良いかは分かりかねますが、 後宮家の跡継ぎの妻を許されるだけの信頼を得ていると確信しています。
なら、きっと返事くらいはしてくれるわね。お父様とは朝食くらいご一緒したいの。ぜひ降りてきてくださるよう説得してくれないかしら。私たちはすっかり嫌われちゃってるみたいだけど、そこまで信頼を得ている夏日姉さんの言うことなら聞いてくれそうですもの。そこまで短歌を切ってお父様を説得できず、一人で降りてきちゃったりしたら、信頼を得ているなんて二度と言えないかもね。
自信はありませんが、努力はします。
Natsuri responded, looking discouraged. However, knowing Kinzao's temperament, she had absolutely no confidence in her ability to bring him out. Ava was clearly mocking her, confident that Natsui wouldn't be able to get Kinzo to come down. But even so, Natsui would lose face if she gave up, saying it was impossible and letting Ava go instead. Ava's mean-spirited and unreasonable demand made Natsui clench her fists slightly. When Genji realized this, he softly spoke to her over her shoulder.
奥様、よろしければこれをお持ちください。
それは?
Genji handed Natsui a sparkling gold key of ornate design. It was the key to Kinzao's study. The study had an auto lock and couldn't be unlocked as long as Kinzo forbade entrance. However, since Genji was especially trusted by Kinzo, he was allowed to carry a key to that door.
でもこの鍵を使ったら、あなたも咎めを受けるのではありませんか?
親方様は深くお休みになられている時、扉を叩くくらいではお耳に届かないこともございます。それに親方様にお部屋を出ていただくよう説得するには、扉越しでは難しゅうございましょう。ぜひお使いください。
源氏。
Until now, Natsui had thought of Genji as a cold servant who wouldn't do anything for her, since he worked directly under Kinzo. But it looked like she would have to alter her understanding of him. She wanted to communicate her gratitude, but by then Genji had already turned his back on her and was walking down the corridor with Cannon. But as Natsui watched him go, the words directed at her from behind were sneering.
じゃあ、お父様を必ず連れてきてね。息子のかわいい嫁の言うことですもの。きっと聞いてくれるわよ。私たちは客人だから、ここでのんびりくつろがせてもらうわ。
予算買えば口が過ぎるで。すまんが夏日姉さん、お父さんのことをよろしく頼むわ。
Without answering, Natsui forcefully spun around on her heels and quickly left that place. Alright. I think this is actually a good place to end the recording here. I was planning to go a little bit further, but I am extremely exhausted. Oh my lordy lord. I don't know how long this video is actually. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because there will be more Umineko and Higurashi soon. So I hope to see you all next time as you stay tuned, and please everybody, as a reminder, stay sinful folks!